Cabins. Remote. Quiet. Safe, or so they seem. Tucked deep in forests, hidden among mountains, or perched along desolate roads, cabins are meant to be escapes from the world. But sometimes, you don't escape to them. You escape into something else. Tonight, we're taking you to 5 cabins with a terrifying history. Some are steeped in legend. Others rooted in unsolved crimes. And a few still whisper to anyone who dares get too close. These are not just ghost stories. These are haunted cabins you'll never forget. First, the Bell Witch Cabin, the witch who never left. In the rolling hills of Tennessee, where the trees grow thick and the nights are unnervingly still, lies the ghost of a woman who would not rest. In the early 1800s, the Bell family lived in a modest log cabin. But something else lived there, too. They called her the Bell Witch. At first, it was little things, knocks on the walls, whispers in the dark. But soon, it grew stronger. The spirit spoke. It mocked them. It slapped, choked, and tormented the Bell children, especially young Betsy. And one day, John Bell, the father, died. Some say the witch poisoned him. She even claimed responsibility, laughing in the shadows. The witch eventually vanished, but not before saying she'd return in 107 years. That time came. And strange happenings began again. Lights in the sky, whispers on the air, things moving with no one around. The Bell Witch Cabin still stands. And visitors say, she's still there. Watching. Waiting. I told you I'd come back. Second, the cabin on Ghost Road, the light that follows. Deep in the woods of East Texas, there's a road no one wants to drive alone. Bragg Road. Locals call it Ghost Road. It's long, isolated, and lit by a strange glowing orb that appears without warning, floating, weaving, following. Some say it's the lantern of a railroad worker, beheaded long ago in an accident. Others whisper of a hermit, a man who vanished from his nearby cabin after making a deal with something dark. His cabin was found empty, abandoned, as if he left in a hurry. But the fire was still burning. And the door, left wide open. Travelers report strange sounds near where the cabin stood. Footsteps in the gravel. Breath on the back of their necks. And always, the light. It hovers. It watches. Sometimes it chases. And when it does, it doesn't always let you leave. Third, the Smurl haunting, the house that hated. In the quiet town of West Pittston, Pennsylvania, the Smurl family thought they found a new beginning. Instead, they found a nightmare. Their duplex home, ordinary on the outside, became a war zone of the paranormal. Black shadows, rotten smells, growling voices that came from nowhere, and something darker. The family claimed a violent spirit attacked them, scratched, slammed, even assaulted. It tore pictures from the walls, flung furniture, and spoke in voices no human should have. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren arrived, and said what haunted the house was not a ghost, but something demonic. An exorcism was performed. But the Smurls say the evil never fully left. That part of the duplex is gone now. But people who walk near the site say they feel watched. Like something is still there, just beneath the surface, waiting for someone to believe in it again. Fourth, the Dagg family cabin, the Whispering Woods of Quebec. 1890. A small cabin in the forests of Quebec. The Dagg family had just moved in, and almost immediately, something moved in with them. At first it was playful, chairs rocking on their own, knocks on the walls. But then, it began to speak. A voice came from nowhere. It cursed. It laughed. It predicted things before they happened. The children said a little man lived under the floorboards. That they talked to him. That he was funny. But animals started dying. Objects flew across rooms. The voice turned cruel. A priest was brought in, and when he began to bless the home, the voice screamed. Then it vanished. The Dagg family left the cabin. No one lives there now. But some say if you wander too far into those woods, you'll hear giggling, rocks being thrown, and a whisper that says, "Do you want to play?" Fifth, the Bennington Triangle, the cabin that watches. Howling wind, low droning hum. In the green heart of Vermont lies a dark mystery. The Bennington Triangle, a patch of wilderness where people vanish without a trace. No signs. No footprints. Just gone. One hunter's cabin was found with blood on the walls. But no body. The bed still made. The fire cold. Search parties found nothing. But they felt, watched. Some said they heard voices. Others, footsteps behind them, always just out of sight. The locals avoid that part of the forest. Too many stories. Too many disappearances. One woman claimed she saw a man standing at the edge of her campsite. Tall, pale, motionless. When she looked again, he was gone. But that night, something scratched her tent from the outside, all night long. Some believe it's ghosts. Others, something older, more patient. Whatever it is, it watches from the trees. And it waits for you to be alone. If you enjoyed these haunted tales, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, so the next time a ghost wants to whisper in your ear, you'll be the first to hear it. Have you heard of a haunted cabin not on this list? Drop it in the comments. You might just see it featured in a future video.